Welcome back to Book Break! I am here today in Newcastle ready to go on a spooky tour of the city. The amazing people at Ghosts of the Garth are giving us a spooky ghost tour of the city's most haunted locations. And we are starting here at the castle.
This is probably one of the most haunted buildings I'd ever been into, and I decided that I was going to spend the night inside the condemned man's prison cell. Just after 5:30, when I started hearing noises in the actual dungeon, I literally heard some heavy-footed person walk up the stairs to the actual chamber doorway, and they went, "It's time!" and banged on the gate. It was 1:45 when the man walked up and shouted it was time and banged on the gate. 6 AM is when they would lead them off the side of this building, which I'll show you later on, to the condemned man's cell door, open it up onto a platform, fit them with the hempen rope, tighten it up, and ask them if they had any last words before being given a prayer and literally pushed off to hang.
And the castle seems like a pretty perfect place to talk about Dracula, which is pretty much the Halloween book. This is the book that kickstarted all of our modern tropes of vampires. Well, until Twilight came along and made them sparkly. Okay, let's get on with the tour.
You know, these stairs are haunted by a ghost called the Crying Lady. And basically, Catherine Duffy was killed in the archway where we're going to try a paranormal experiment. So guys, when you're down there, mainly the girls, any feelings around your neck, any tight feelings or anything like that, you've got to let me know straight away, alright guys? Follow me this way. Stay together, mind the step. What I'm going to try and do is see if I can get spirit to interact with you. I want to get it to try and physically push you and hold you upright. Right, if there's any spirit who is in this area, I want to ask now if you can possibly push her towards my hands, please.
And while we're in this haunted location, I've got two books here that are about haunted houses. The first is The Upstairs Room by Kate Murray Brown, which is about a family who move into a Victorian townhouse only to find there is a presence already living there. But whether the presence is supernatural or just family tension is up to you to decide. And The House on Cold Hill by Peter James is a ghost story about a family who moved to a new house in Sussex. Now this is a very modern ghost story. The first time that we see the ghost is actually behind the daughter as she talks to her friend on FaceTime. As their time in the house becomes more and more disturbing, the family have to investigate the true history behind The House on Cold Hill, which is topical because it is pretty freezing in Newcastle.
Matthew Bonner's crime was that of shape-shifting into a black cat, supposedly luring children away from their homes and supposedly sacrificing these children. When they unearthed this building or knocked the walls down during renovation of making this into a restaurant, they found a set of children's shoes under the floorboards in the corner, still with the original owner's feet inside them. A pretty dark part of our history, but it gets darker. Now if you want to follow me this way, please stay with me. Whoa! Someone freaked out when we freaked out. How was that? Stay with me, guys. Lights are flickering as a wall up, even everything.
Now we're getting really scared. I've got some books perfect for fans of horror movies. First up, if you're a fan of the TV show The Walking Dead, did you know that there is now a whole book series? The first in the series is Rise of the Governor, and this is super fast-paced, action-packed zombie fun for horror lovers. And my second book for horror movie lovers is The Ritual by Adam Neville, which has the fantastic tagline, "They should have gone to Vegas." This is about a group of men who go on a camping trip as a bonding ritual in the woods and find themselves in the middle of a demonic sacrifice. This one is perfect for fans of the Blair Witch Project.
Right where we're standing, guys, earlier on I talked about the condemned man's cell and where we hung people. Well, this here, my lovelies, is where we hung people. We need to be careful. This is generally where I've been attacked here, my face squeezed and things like that, things I can't see. We're going to go through the black gate, check that it's clear down in the dungeons, and then we're going to go around and go down inside the dungeons. Right, follow me this way.
But if you prefer thrillers to ghost stories this Halloween, don't worry, I've got you covered on those too. First up, a couple of crime novels by Fiona Cummins. The first novel, Rattle, and its sequel, The Collector, are about a terrifying serial killer called the Bone Collector. Just that name is enough to fill me with dread. And it's also about the two children that he's got his eye on. Now these are seriously terrifying stuff, so good luck with those. And if fantasy is more your thing, don't worry, I've got one of those for you too. This is A Skinful of Shadows by Frances Harding, which is a dark historical fantasy about a young girl who becomes possessed by a ghost. And the book is set during the English Civil War. So though the girl knows the ghost inside her is dangerous, in dark times such as this, it might actually be able to help her.
right where we are would have been the drawbridge. And here, these would have opened up and they would have poured boiling oil down on you, pitch tar, tossed rocks off your head, and they would have killed you.
And for those of you that loved telling ghost stories around campfires, don't these two covers make you feel really nostalgic? This collection of Irish ghost stories are exactly the kind of stories that you'll want to tell in a dark room on Halloween night. And as are these tales of mystery and imagination by the master of the macabre, Edgar Allan Poe. Some of them are dark comedies, some of them are unsolvable mysteries, but they will all make the perfect addition to your Halloween reading this year.
Right guys, I hope you've enjoyed that tour of me, Steve Taylor, for Haunted City Tours at Alone in the Dark Entertainment, and I hope that you may come back to one of our other tours. For me, Steve Taylor, I want to wish you a good night. Remember guys, don't have nightmares. Thank you very much. I'm done.
So I hope you all have a really spooky Halloween this year, and do leave me a comment letting me know what you end up reading and quite how terrifying it is. And of course, do subscribe to this channel because we post new videos every Thursday. Next week I've got something really fun to show you. We actually went on a Treasure Island dinner party and I filmed the whole thing for you guys to watch, so do subscribe so you don't miss out on that one. And of course, do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. See you next time!